on the Burlington Greyhounds for the championship. We've got Scotty Mason of the Burlington Greyhounds great broadcast team with Coach Flaherty. First time we've been on the air together many times. First time with the visual effects. I guess what you want to say.
I have a face for radio.
Well, you've got a little information I think would concern some of our listeners because the girls just played for the championship and it looked like a close game. Can you tell our viewers a little bit about how the game went or something?
Kylie Hill pitched a complete game. Had a 3-run home run in the first inning, and that held up. Burlington beat Fairfield 3-0, clinching a tie. And both teams Tuesday night have games left. Burlington plays host to Mount Pleasant. Keokuk will play host to Fairfield. But if all things go as the Burlington fans hope, we'll take care of Mount Pleasant again and be able to walk out as outright conference champions. What they did tonight was clinched at least a share for Burlington. So yeah, it's been a fun season. I'm new to the softball game. I was in the baseball dugout the last 2 years. The team made up of 12 girls program-wide, and we've got 3 freshmen who get significant playing time, 3 8th graders who get significant playing time. So conventional wisdom might say that if you win a conference title this year, you might be able to sustain success. We know that doesn't hold true all the time in sports, but the hope is that this is laying a nice foundation. But to win a conference title is at least a share is pretty cool.
Well, it may not seem like I was paying attention to there, but I was listening. Sure. But I had to share this stream out. So then look, already got some people viewing the game. We got a like already. So Scotty, tell us a little. Your daughter played. Tell us a little bit about her. You can talk about your son next to you. He was a big part of the championship game there last year.
We don't talk about him anymore because he graduated.
Well, he graduated.
He stunk.
He was a great player.
I just wanted to say what he could do. No, he graduated last year.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Wayne Duke Hill for today's Southeast Conference baseball matchup between the visiting Fairfield Trojans and your Burlington Greyhounds. By order of the Board of Education and the Iowa High School Athletic Association, smoking and use of smokeless tobacco products is prohibited. The high school board has also banned the use of any tobacco products anywhere on school district property. We appreciate your cooperation. Good sportsmanship is a high priority at high school events. Burlington High School supports the Conduct Counts program, initiated by the Iowa High School Athletic Association and the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Negative comments, chants, and acts directed towards athletes, coaches, fans, or officials are unacceptable in this educational environment. The Burlington High School prohibits the use of artificial noisemakers of any kind at activities outside or inside the playing area. This includes air horns, whistles, bells, megaphones, or any other device. Those singing general profanities, taunting, or using artificial noisemakers will be ejected from this event. Be a good sport for your school and community. Cheer for your team and not against the opposing team. Also, no pets are allowed at Iowa High School games by order of the Iowa High School Athletic Association and the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. All students, once you have entered a DHS athletic activity and leave, you must pay to re-enter. Your activity classes are good only once. If you have an emergency, please see a DHS administrator.
In the sophomore or JV team,
at this time, we would like to take a moment to recognize our athletic trainer, Mr. Kyle Peterson. Thank you for all you do for our student athletes.
Burlington, it's always going to be about the numbers. For at least one more year, we're a 4A school, and so it all comes down to how many guys you're going to have, how many guys you're going to have on the field with the 11, and then for depth on the sideline. So, but as far as skill position goes, Jordan's going to run presumably a run first offense, like he and pretty much any coach before him has done. And so, who's going to tote the rock? Who's going to be able to make up the lion's share of those yards that Keyshawn leaves behind? It's not going to be easy. I mean, he ran for almost 2,000 yards last year, so it's not as though somebody's going to step in and replicate what he did, but it's who by committee or who can be your horse that takes the pressure off of Katie Zark, who will be going into his senior year, the 3rd year behind center.
Well, yeah, we're all excited for football, but we got a baseball game here. Tell me, this is a beautiful field. I was kind of home when we played at the Bees Community Stadium, but I guess they've got a game tonight, but I think this will do. It's my first trip down here for Burlington baseball. We did come down to Bracewell last year for or I think it was maybe the year before. We get like a 4-way scrimmage there that was exciting. I really love that ballpark over here. You got some great facilities.
Bracewell, by far, to me, is the nicest, coolest, most unique facility that I've been to as a broadcaster. Now it's pretty much, relegated to the eastern part of the state. But I've not been anywhere else where there's been a stadium feel. Most any high school place you go to, you've got a field with bleachers on either side. Down there, it's a stadium. It's enclosed. You feel like it's a stadium, even if it's not huge like Kinnick or Soldier Field or Arrowhead or whatever you might think of conventionally as a stadium. But
ladies and gentlemen, here starting lineups for tonight's varsity game. First for the visiting Trojans, leading off playing shortstop, number 10, Ross Richardson.
It looks beautiful, but I will tell you from the players.
Batting second, step pitcher, number 8, Dane Burkhart.
As a home team, there's an advantage.
Batting third, the right fielder, number 5, Archer Kruger.
Like I say, a little uneven in the outfield.
Batting fourth, doing a catch, number 3, Aiden Westerkamp.
We can't expect, but might be able to better react.
Batting fifth, center fielder, number 2, Ethan Discard.
310, 330, 350.
Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 7, Jackson Coleman. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 6, Jason Workman.
In general, it's a nice home field.
Batting eighth, third baseman, number 9, Chase Countryman.
Right-handed hitters have the sun.
And batting eighth, left fielder, number 24, Jacob Crew.
Tough to pick up the spin.
The Trojans are coached by Joshua Allison and assisted by Corey Clem.
Place to play a championship game, and I will tell you.
And now, the starting line for your Burlington Greyhounds. Leading off, playing second base, number 1, DeAndre Taylor.
A lot of debt to be repaid, if you will.
Batting second, playing first base, number 2, Cohen Schroeder.
I'm looking for a really good game.
Batting third, playing shortstop, number 8, Mikey Anastopoulos. Batting cleanup, playing right field, number 10, Caden Zog. Batting fifth, left over, number 22, Austin Donahoe. Batting sixth, behind the plate, number 11, Brody Guernsey. Batting seventh, on the mound tonight for the Greyhounds, number 7, Noah Krieger. Batting eighth, playing center field, number 23, C.J. Chandler. Batting ninth, designated hitter, number 9, Cole Lair. And playing third base for your Greyhounds, number 5, Adrian Perez Hall. The Greyhounds are coached by Griffin Dean and assisted by Ryan Patton. The umpires for tonight's game, behind the plate, Leighton Jady, and on the bases, Scott Daly. At this time, with everyone able to please rise, Dylan Patty remove their caps as we honor our nation with a flag with the playing of our national anthem.
I love it.
Let's play ball.
That's like Constavalos.
Everybody butchers that name.
Well, it's an easy one to butcher. It's a beautiful name.
Constavalos.
Constavalos is a great player. Well, Archer Kruger is a great hitter for the Fairfield Trojan. He has over a 500 batting average. He's going to be playing baseball at Cornell this year. Aiden Westerkamp is going to Indian Hills.
They're not bad.
Yeah, Indian Hill's it's a good baseball school.
Oh yeah.
For certain. And I know they have that war on 34 with the Southeast
Basketball program for sure.
A lot of we had some players come down here and pitch for SEC and get to the World Series, and they have a lot of success. This Burlington's a sports town. I mean, it's a big time sports town, isn't it?
Yeah, I would say, yeah. I mean, we love our sports. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Burlington, over the course of my lifetime, has contracted much more than it's grown. But yeah, there's always been a love of baseball, a love of softball. You know, these two teams have generally been two of the best inside the program, but we've also had flashes of great basketball programs, flashes of tremendous football players that have led to team success. So, yeah, I mean, we love a good feel-good story, and we love teams that you know, to be cliche about it, the more successful they are, the closer they get followed. But
you know, this will be my fifth. And we're done with this season. My 5th year is we'll start the 6th season when the football season starts. But one of the things about the teams in this area is when they do get into playoffs, like Holy Trinity.
Leading off top the first inning for the Trojans, shortstop, number 10, Ross Richardson.
They tend to make some upsets and kind of get a little, they go pretty good in the playoffs.
well, we need to hope that trend continues starting next week with baseball and softball. You know, both teams will host their openers against whoever they face. Baseball will play Mount Pleasant.
Dane Burkhart is coming to the plate here, and he's been on a tear. He had 3 home runs last week. Let me look at the lineup here, get these lineups out for you. So it's Voss Richardson, he's a shortstop. Dane Burkhart's going to come up next. He's pitching tonight. Archer Kruder in right field. Wester Camp behind the plate. Ethan Bisgard's in center. Here's the pitch. Oh, I like this kid. He's got the heat. He comes in the strike zone. He don't miss. Reggie Jackson Coleman. Dason Workman for 11. Chase Countryman is in center, and it looks like Jacob Crew is in left. Quick pick up by the first base. We're done. And there's one.
Now batting the pitcher, number 8, Dane Burkhart.
No, I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. What do you think?
Nice hustle going.
Well, that would be the expectation, and that's obviously how last year played out in a similar game. You know, nerves were going to be tight these first couple innings. Probably just one time through the order. A lot at stake. Probably as the team, as my son was saying off the air, that has won a couple of conference titles in a row. Fairfield's probably the more relaxed team. So it'll be important for Burlington to get through these first couple of innings and hopefully be even, maybe get a break or two offensively and be able to push one across. But yeah, I would expect a 3-2, 4-3, that type of game again like last year.
Burkhart takes one on the inside. Will from left to right on your radio dial. The defense is such. Krieger's pitching. Behind the plate, you got Guernsey. First base, you got Schroeder. He just made a great play. Right back up the middle. He hits a lot of balls up the middle. Great scoop by the second baseman.
DeAndre Taylor with the play over the Cohen with the tag.
Well, that's DeAndre Taylor there at second base.
Now batting right field, number 5, Archer Kruder.
Perez Hall is playing third base. He's being DH for, like, with cold air. Shortstop tonight is Ken
Mikey
Stavlos. And he's one of my very favorite. His brother was a real great player, too. And this is Archer Kruder.
What that miss?
And then
Austin Donahoe in left.
Donahoe in left. Zog in right. And the center fielder is C.J. Chandler. Oh, that's right in there. Now, Archer Kruder has not had a home run this year, but he's hit the wall about 6 times. So he's very capable, and he's a good, strong hitter. Wow, look at that pitch. Look at the movement on that late break that comes in there.
Key early in a game is if you can drive a starter's pitch count up in the state of Iowa, of course, and in the NFHS school association, it's based on pitch counts. And so Noah can throw up to 110 tonight, as can Dane for that matter.
So nobody's going to be real short on their pitching.
But the key is, as a hitter, is
see as many pitches as you want,
you
particularly in
wanna
the
go deep
first
in the
inning.
counts, right. You
Or
wanna go
leading
deep
off
in
an
the
inning, you want to give the guy on deck a little chance to see what kind of pitches he's got. Now the Trojans have like 5 left-handers. That's right in there. I don't know what you're looking at.
I think we got
3 up, 3 down for the Trojans in the top of the first inning. Do up for your Greyhounds. Taylor, Schroeder, and Stavalos.
Well, Noah Krieger comes out and does what I expected him to do, and that's a great start.
Yeah, and this is what we'll expect from Burkhardt. You know, it's. I was talking to Griffin, Coach Dean, earlier today, and the thing about a pitcher like Burkhardt is you need to take one of a couple of approaches. One, and the one he was preaching to his kids, is be ready to hit early in the count. Be ready to hit first pitch of an at bat. 0-1, 1-0, whatever. My approach might be a little different only because Dane has pitched very well his last 2 starts against the Greyhounds, which is to say, just because it's a strike, don't be afraid to let it go and hit with 2. Because Dane's going to make you hit his strike, not your strike. And as a hitter, you have to be willing to maybe get to 2 strikes and work a count such that when Burkhardt makes a mistake, you capitalize. If you capitalize enough, you can get some runs out of it. But
Probably not going to walk you.
no,
I'll tell you that much.
he's going to be around the zone, but he's
And
going
he's
to
not
work.
going to strike you out or overpower you or have a pitch that just knocks you out. He's the number 1 guy, probably number 1 or 2 guys in this whole conference.
Well, he's going to go in, out, up, down. He's going to work the inside, the outside, the up, and the down in the strike zone, and he's going to force you to make a decision. And a lot of times, if you hit a Dane Burkhardt strike, you're going to roll it over, hit a weak ground ball, you're going to pop it up. You're generally not going to drive the ball. So,
I'm trying to not have anything more about Fairfield than I do.
well,
I
that's
don't
just
try to
pitching.
keep my
For me,
job
that's
here.
pitching in general. So,
Well, DeAndre Taylor is going to lead off. Schroeder, followed by Stavalos, Zog, Donahoe, Guernsey, Krieger, Chandler, and then Lair will be the DH. This is all she wrote here. Well, you blanked the Trojans in the first inning, and I'd like to say that's a good start.
Leading off bottom
It
of the
is
first
for us.
inning for the
You
Greyhounds.
wanna get- you
Second
don't wanna
baseman,
give the
number
other team
DeAndre
a
Taylor.
little momentum to start out the game.
Hey, confidence one, let's go, Kip. Especially in a game where it's either going to be low scoring, it could be a game of runs. And who makes the first run, who capitalizes on the first mistake, that type of thing. There's the margin of error for both these teams is going to be very thin tonight.
Well, I appreciate you being here because you're used to working with Coach Flaherty, and he out-Hamptons me by quite a bit.
You've got me for another half inning, then round guy, I got to go be a fan.
Well, I get you. I appreciate you coming in and being our guest to start things up. And a nice base hit by DeAndre.
Lead off single by Taylor brings up your
And I
first
think that
baseman,
paid
number
off
2,
the
Helen Schroeder.
swing at it right there.
Capitalize on the pitcher's mistake.
But it's always enjoyed talking to you guys, and we're going to be doing a YouTube version of what we're doing, so we kind of scrapped the podcast part of it.
Oh, okay.
Because this is where it's at, you know what I mean? And but we're going to be going to games, and at least for sure junior varsity games before, and then we'll be finding a place and meeting a few guys and getting some phone calls and some reports all the way around, and we'll be doing updates during the games. And
See, now right there, that pitch is right on the outside half. You swing at that, you're going to roll it over, hit a weakly to second, or hit a chopper to third or short. You've got to be willing to let that pitch go, and now you hit with a 1-1 count.
well, baseball season always goes by so fast.
It does.
It's only 6 or 7 weeks altogether, and
Very
we play
condensed.
more games than anybody else does. So well, the Trojans, like one of the losses was against Washington, and they had a 9-run lead. Ground ball, shortstop feels it, could be 2. Throws it away.
Keep going, Gray.
And what could have been a pitcher's best friend turns into runners at second and third.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, you have to capitalize if you're Burlington because
Now batting for the Greyhounds, shortstop,
Fairfield
number 8,
gets the
Mikey
ball back. That's why Coach
Stavalos.
Allison is coming out right now trying to say, hey guys, this game is going to be won or lost on mistakes. And actually now I think he's going out to challenge whether or not maybe there was some sort of interference at second base. I can tell you the first baseman was in the way of Cohen as he was trying to run around first. I didn't see anything at second base.
I didn't see anything other than a bad throw, or I don't know if it was a throw was bad or not. It's been a little bit of a obstructed view for me on that one. I'm excited, man. Baseball is here, and this is what it's all about. And this is what we've been working for all year long to get to this point. But Burlington may just get some momentum here as this
is Consabalos and
Consabalos at the plate, and he's one of my favorite. You know, and his brother was also
you just like trying to say his name.
Well, I was actually, when I was in the Army, I was in Camp Darby for a week in Italy, and I just fell in love with the country. It seems like
his name is Greek.
Well, Greek, I was there too. I was in Athens launching a missile for a couple of weeks. It was hot there, I'll tell you what. You know what's hard about being around the equator? Finding some shade. It's really hard to get some shade. And
not a lot of vegetation in that area.
You finally get it, 5 minutes later, it's gone there.
So right there, that's a pitch that if you allow yourself to think it's a strike because it looks like a strike, you're going to do nothing with. It takes that as well too.
Strike, runners at second and third. The Burlington Greyhounds have the Trojans on the ropes.
He throws so
and they got their their order coming up here.
DeAndre and Cohen have turned out to be pretty good table setters for the 3, 4, 5 guys.
Well, that's what you need. Guys that get on base and then guys that drive them in. That's baseball.
Well, that's been softball this year too.
We'll see what Burkhart can do. He might be able to get out
of
it.
No way.
Right, beautiful pitch. Dane Burkhart gets a strikeout. And it was a
now batting right fielder number 10, Caden Zog.
Well, Caden Zog, my dog, is, when I talk to Coach Webb, that's what they call him here. He's the quarterback of the football team. It looks like he's a cleanup hitter here. No, have you guys got any home runs? You know? Great play!
Great play, no play to make play.
The RBI single from Caden Zog.
Cole Lair had a grand slam a couple of weeks ago. Other than that, I don't. We only had one last year, and that was my son's.
Now batting left fielder number 22, Austin Donahoe.
Kind of punchy little hitters is what it seems.
And he did.
Donahue coming up the plate now.
Ian did remind me. DeAndre had a home run the other day at Davenport. Not Davenport West, but at Cedar Rapids Jefferson.
Well, who's up to the plate here?
This is Austin Donahoe.
Donahoe's at the plate. Now he didn't get any outs on that, but that ball goes past him. We might have seen a second run come in, and there'd be runners at second and third at best, instead of first and second, where we could still get a double play or something.
Yeah, I don't think Cohen probably scores on that, but you definitely have two in scoring position.
But usually it's Dane Burkhart there at third base, so Countryman's coming in and holding the line for him.
It's a good take. You know, that's a strike on the high outside part of the zone, not one you want to try and take a swing at on your first pitch.
Well,
oh, that's fair.
No, it's foul. Oh, they both called it foul there.
What?
Just took a hard turn there at the baseline. So Burkhart's pitching. Westerkamp's at behind the plate. Coleman is at first. Workman is at second. Countryman over at third. The boss Richardson there at shortstop. Left field is Crew. Right field's Cruder, and Bisgard is in center. Left-handed hitter.
You can pull the ball with the best of them, so if he goes inside half.
Ground ball up the middle, could be two.
Hey!
Oh, no, kind of bounced off the umpire, I think, and changed a little direction there.
That might be one of the Wayne Duke lip shots.
Well, I've heard that there's some tricky bounces here on the infield. You're saying there's some in the outfield?
Now batting catcher number 11, Brody Guernsey.
The thing about this infield, it really doesn't matter how low you cut the grass. The grass is very thick. So a ground ball is going to get held up regardless of whether or not it's cut at an inch or cut an inch and a half. Ball's going to get held up. If you're not accustomed to it, you may tend to lay back on a ball. It takes longer to get to you. Then you panic at the end of a play, trying to make a play too quickly. Crap, that's what happened right there.
Ground ball, the fly ball.
Off the end of the bat.
Can't make it. And Burlington's having a heck of a first inning here.
A 2-run single for Growing Jersey.
Luther takes his leader off the end of his bat.
Drives in a run. It's 3-0. He drives in 2. And the Trojans are.
Now batting the pitcher, number 7, Noah Krieger.
They got one out of the strikeout. They've had a throw go awry, and they had a pretty much tailor-made double play kind of bounce off, have a bad hop. I think we'll maybe hit the umpire a little bit, but Burkhart's doing the right thing by getting a lot of ground balls and helping him get out of this inning.
Well, a kid like Burkhart has to have his defense play well behind him because he's going to pitch to contact. So if you don't play well behind him, this is when you can run into problems, which we're seeing here in the first inning.
And Elder's off out 7. Let's go,
He's
kids.
taking that outside corner pretty good tonight.
Kind of proven wrong, too, that it seems like the jitters may be in the visiting dugout tonight.
Well, it's a lot of pressure to try to win 3 straight championships. Coleman coming over, but it's out of play.
So to flip the coin, now Fairfield's in survival mode. We got to get out of this first inning with no further damage. We got to find a way to get to the second inning down 3-0, exhale, start over.
Well, 3 runs a tall order against Kruger, to be honest with you. But we've got a lot of time to do it. All the Trojans need is just to get one thing go their way. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out, runners at first and third.
If you're Burlington, you have to find a way to add to this. You can't leave 2 runners out there and a couple of potential runs left on the bases.
Boy, get down. That's down.
Left field.
That's down.
Kruger gets it. Fires a bullet into second base. We've got a nice little audience tonight. Thanks everybody that's home watching.
Now batting center field, number 23, C.J. Chandler.
It's hot out here.
It is hot.
It is hot.
Watching from your air-conditioned living room, probably tied into your 75-inch big screen TV.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Thank goodness
about.
it's turned the other direction so they don't have to look at us, right?
Well, look at the crowd that you've got here. There's always great support, and you're wearing one of these baseball jerseys. They're sharp looking, you know.
Thank you.
The players on the field look sharp. The people in the audience look sharp. It's a hotbed. Burlington was always our, right in the center of what we were, the ratings was always so good for us. Whenever we were down here talking to somebody down here, they're starving for high school sports news.
I know John and I really enjoy coming out on Friday mornings and talking to you for a half hour or so. And just football
Well, we got
season is my
something to get
favorite.
great insight on it, and it'll be here before you know it.
I almost said it over here. CJ last year.
I took a little break from high school sports during the spring because we don't get any good ratings for soccer or golf or track or any of that.
Because
I
you've
was
never tried.
well, I'm the broadcaster for the Cedar Rapids Titans arena football.
Sure.
So and that's where I kind of learned this YouTube stuff. And I struggled there. One run is in.
An RBI double for C.J. Chandler.
4-0.
Now you have a real chance if you really can break this open. You put up a half dozen in the first inning. Now you're forcing Fairfield to work out of a huge hole.
Now batting designated hitter, number 9, Cole.
But they do have 2 outs. They just need to get 1 out here. And I think if you're going to give up multiple runs, doing it in the first inning is probably going to give you your best chance. Burkhardt does look cool, calm, and collected out there.
You couldn't ask for a better start from a Burlington perspective. And again, if you're Fairfield right now, you're continuing to tread water and be in survival mode to get out of this with nothing further.
I've seen a lot of games go bad in the last inning.
I know. Bottom of the 6th inning in Fairfield last year. I remember.
Well, that was
Good for you,
Jason
man.
Miller. Casey, I mean, you don't see an athlete like Casey Miller very often. I mean, I don't see anyone, you know.
Big players make big plays.
Big time players make big time plays in big time games. Critter going back, and he squeezes that one. And the Trojans have stabilized things.
The Greyhounds score 4 runs on 4 hits, 2 Trojan errors. After 1 inning of play, scores Burlington 4, Fairfield 0. Two up for the Trojans is Westerkamp, Bismarck, and Coleman.
Appreciate it, round guy. We'll talk that first Friday of the football season.
I can't wait.
All righty.
Scott Mason of the KBUR football broadcast, and a longtime contributor to Round Guy Radio. We have the biggest audience we've ever had, and we got it done in the first inning. So give yourselves a big round of applause. And I like my viewers like a farmer likes rain. We got a great, there's no window or nothing in front of us. We do have a little screen, but I think we got a great picture of the field. All the Trojans need to do is scratch a run here and scratch a run there, and we'll cut that lead in half. We got behind just like this last year. Case and Miller did a 3-run homer, bottom of the 6th, put us on top.
Leading off top of the 2nd inning, catcher number 3, Aiden Westerkamp.
Well, Indian Hills new recruit Aiden Westerkamp coming to the plate, and maybe he can get something started. Noah Krieger was pretty sharp in that first inning there. Change the angle a little bit. Ball. Ball 1. Noah Krieger's changes speeds a lot. He's got a really fast fastball. He's got a curveball with a lot of movement, and he ain't afraid to throw a changeup in there. So it's hard to sit on one speed. There's the fastball. Woo! Steve Long, right on in there. I think we had a lot of people share the stream, and I'm appreciating you. And if you could share the stream so some other people could jump in here. We have a bunch of listeners and viewers from both schools here tonight. And if you're, if you want to comment, let me know what team you're cheering for, where you're at, or if maybe you're out of state watching this game. I'd like to hear from you. Ball 4, and the Trojans have a runner on base. And Ethan Bizquick Bisgard. Boy, he's had a great season.
Number 2, Ethan Biscard.
He's got the fastest feet on the team, that's for sure.
Yeah, and if it was me, he'd say, that looks fucking horrible. I just come to,
We were hoping to set the record for viewers tonight, and boom, we did it. We had a big audience last night, broke the record.
you do not want to walk the first one. Turn 2. What?
Strike on the outside corner. Bisgard's not a good candidate for turning the double play, but he's so fast. Lays down a bunt.
Hey, good pitch, kid.
No balls and 2 strikes. Bisgard's going to have to choke up and just try to make contact here. Bisgard, speaking of football, he's a heck of a running back. He'll probably get a college scholarship, I bet. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner at first base. 4-0. Burlington got 4 runs in the bottom of the first. Trojans trying to scratch something in here. Today's game is brought to you by Wyatt Moore and the Livestock Risk Management Partnership of Minneapolis, Iowa. Well, he strikes him out.
Boy.
And Kruger's going to get some strikeouts because he is
Now batting first baseman number 7, Jackson
like I say,
Coleman.
I got him as the best pitcher in the Southeast Department. Reggie Jackson Coleman. This young man has light tower power.
There's another graduated.
Drive, second baseman could be 2. Taylor made. They get 1. Coleman hustles himself down there, beats feet, and good hustle by Reggie Jackson Coleman.
Now batting second baseman number 6, Dason Workman.
Dason Workman coming to the plate. He playing second base. He plays the outfield. He plays first base. Plays second base. Pitches a little bit. But it's hitting where he kind of really shines. Well, it's left field also.
Hey, Cardinals took it. How about that? They're up 3-0.
If you got any
6-5.
cattle, if you're raising cattle, get a hold of Wyatt Moore. They can lock you in on price. If you got a price you like and you want to guarantee it, they'll do that. But they also are insuring against loss. If you've got some cattle and you'd like to insure it against loss, get a hold of Wyatt Moore and the Livestock Risk Management Partnership over at Minneapolis, Iowa.
Of course he does. Good boy.
Strike. Well, upstairs, I guess. We've got some great agriculture-related sponsors we'll be telling you about tonight, bringing you this game. Drive, it's going to land. Base hit. And the Trojans are threatening with 2 outs. Looks like Countryman coming to the plate.
Now batting third baseman number 9, Chase Countryman.
Dason Workman for 11. It's a big job getting by with 9 kids and a wife. But Dason Workman's been a working man dang near all his life. Coleman at second, Workman at first, Countryman at the plate. Little base hit here might score a run. Drive! Second baseman, Fields, flips it over to second, and that's all she wrote for the inning. That second baseman's had a heck of a game. I think that's DeAndre out there. And they stop a little threat the Trojans have at the
on one
top
hit.
of the second.
Due up for the Greyhounds in the bottom of the second inning is the top of the order, Taylor, Schroeder, and Ken Stavros.
Well, the second inning here is going to be brought to you by Henshaw Trailer Sales of Richland, Iowa. If you've got cattle and you need to move them, get a hold of Corwin Henshaw over there in Richland, Iowa. He has these new Hillsboro trailers. They're the state of the art. Nobody has ever had better ones than this. It's the best he's seen in his 55 years of selling trailers. For all your trailer needs, get a hold of Corwin Henshaw and Henshaw Trailers in Richland, Iowa. Well, a couple errors kind of hurt the Trojans last week. 4 base hits didn't help.
It's about time. We scored 9 off this. And then you held into 1 early.
There's got to be 100-degree heat index right now. And then Burlington
Leading off the top of the second inning for your Greyhounds, number 1, DeAndre Taylor.
Well, DeAndre Taylor, he's got on base, scored a run, made several great plays with his glove tonight. He might be the Packwood Locker player of the game. Burkhart misses a little bit. Burlington wins the girls' game 3-0. Swing and a miss. Two balls and a strike. Countryman in on the grass for some reason. Ground ball, foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
75. Top 7. They need to win this.
Championship on the line.
Let's go, Drake.
Just missed with that one. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Same thing you called me out on last year.
Here comes the pitch. Ground ball, fouled out away. DeAndre, like John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever, is staying alive. Ball out, Stone Park. Anybody out there trying any of that Stout Market sweet corn yet?
With up off brings up the first baseman, number 2, Cody Schroeder.
Well, DeAndre works a walk there. Schroeder coming up.
I can't even see him.
He'll hit a hard ground ball. It could have been a double play.
I must have bad eyes.
But wound up with the runners at second and third. He lays down a beautiful bunt. The catcher gets it. He throws to second base. He could have had an easy out at first, but now we got runners at first and second.
Now batting shortstop, number 8,
The
Michael
other team wants to give you an
Gonzalez.
out. Just say thank you, pick it up, and get that out. But they're feeling a little pressure. Mikey comes up. He's the Greek god.
Where's Huff? Where's Jimmy?
And he lays down a beautiful bunt. Just perfect spot. You couldn't put it in a better place. And just like that, the bases are loaded. And the Burlington Greyhounds.
Bases are loaded with Greyhounds for right fielder, number 10, Caden Zog.
And the cleanup hitter coming to the plate with the bases loaded. And this is getting in. Here comes the coach out to talk it over. And I don't know if he's going to pull the infield in or not. We don't have any outs, so I'd be sacrificing a run for a double play for sure. I'd like to thank the Burlington Greyhounds, Coach Caden Griffin, Griffin Dean there, for helping me get in here and broadcast this game from the booth. It's kind of nice in here. Good bunch of folks to hang out with.
Yeah, you should have been in here late first game.
The sun will come down and maybe the heat will back off a little bit.
Let's go, Caden.
Caden Zog, quarterback of the football team, cleanup hitter, one of the big men on campus for the Burlington Greyhounds. Burkhart looking for something good to happen here. Drive. Center fielder Bisgard coming over. They should score a run. They might be able to
Gray's on third.
Cut that off and get somebody that could have had the guy at second base.
Sacrifice fly RBI by Cody Dog.
But getting outs is what we need, and there's one of them.
Hey, good base running, Mikey.
5-0.
Now batting your left fielder, number 22, Austin Donahoe.
Donahoe coming up.
I can see him.
I think Donahoe's somewhere near Idaho.
Griffin said he wants me to start mowing up. I said, give him a mower.
We are in prime time tonight. Doing a lot of 5:30 games. This one started 7:50. I'm hoping to get home sometime before 1 a.m.
You have pitch con?
The Trojans will be playing Williamsburg in the playoff July 10th. Burlington is going to get a home game with Mount Pleasant.
This is high school. Anything to slow down, I think. 9 to 5.
Griffin Dean and the umpire talking it over.
Let's go, Donnie.
One out, runners at second and third. After the fly ball RBI, making it 5-0. Drive to left field.
Tag Co. Tag Co.
He catches it. We could have a play at the plate, and we do. No, why did he cut that off?
Sacrifice fly RBI by Donahoe for another Greyhound run.
Well, 2 outs. If he hadn't cut that off, I think they had him.
Now batting the catcher, number 11, Brody Guernsey.
So what we need is outs, and we got one there. We could get out of this with the 2 runs that are coming across. It's 6-0, but it's early in the game. The defense is a little better behind Burkhart this inning. Fly ball, right field. I think it's going to land, and it does. Runner's coming around. Good job of holding him up there.
Brody Guernsey.
And it's 7-0. And Burlington.
Now batting the pitcher, number 7, Noah Krieger.
Well, Krieger's coming up, and he could help himself out.
You couldn't score against this guy the first time? I know, but I'm telling you, we tagged him for 90 last year. I did the same thing again.
Burkhart steps off. The heat's probably sweat from his forehead. It's probably getting in his eyes a little bit there. And he's working hard these first 2 innings. Strike on that outside corner. Now, that's where he's had a lot of success tonight, is on the outside corner. Ground ball back to Burkhart.
Are you serious?
We're just going to tag the pitcher, and that's it. 3 outs.
Yeah!
I really don't think that was necessary. He didn't tag him that hard, he just tagged him.
Greyhound scored 3 runs on the bottom of the second inning after 2 innings to play. Burlington 7, Fairfield 0. Due up for the Trojans. Crew, Dickinson,
Don't
and
have a
Burkhart.
frontline pitcher left. I think that was.
What's so bad?
Well, it is what it is, and that really going to hurt the Trojans' chances tonight. Is first. Burkhart's a great kid and an honor student. And I don't think he had any intention there. But he should have just tossed the ball to first base. Jeff Mills is helping share this post out for us, I think. Well, I don't know what we're going to do now. I don't know. We've had some games this week, so I don't know who else is even going to be available. I know Ross Richardson missed the game last night against Washington, which was a must-win game.
That's crazy.
Now batting left fielder 24, Jacob Crew.
The Wrecking Crew coming to the plate here.
Seriously, if you just throw it the first.
Workman Country, or Crew, then Boss Richardson, then Burke. Well, Burkhart won't be Burkhart. I don't know who they're going to play. I just don't know what we're going to do.
These are crazy. I don't think I even had this when I was in. Tag him, go over, drop the ball, and you don't throw it to him. Did he have to leave me? What are you doing? He's a high school.
Go Greyhounds! Work together!
Oh, yeah. Let's go, Noah! It's your game, buddy. It's your game. Come on,
Well, Jacob Crew is up, and he has come through for the Trojans time and time again this season. The third inning sponsor is going to be Iowa Tire, and they are another great resource for the ag community. I don't think Jeremy sleeps at all during the harvest or during the planting season, as he's always out on service calls and helping out. They do a lot of great maintenance over there. Iowa Tire been around since the 70s. Strike on the outside, 2 balls and a strike. Ball inside. Ground ball. Here comes DeAndre. Fields fires. Bad throw.
Oh, get him at 2, get him at 2!
Going to second. There might be a play at second. The ball gets there, and then too aggressive running by Jacob Crew gets him down to second. Maybe the Trojans have a little something going here in the third inning. Top of the third.
Now batting number 10, Voss Richardson.
Voss, the Boss Richardson, he had 3 home runs last week. He has been batting the ball. He got a big hit late in the game against Washington last night.
All right, Greyhounds, play smart!
Sometimes you're at first base, you just got to come off the bag. Beautiful pitch by Crew. Just missed. Really close.
No, come on now.
Boss Richardson drives it. Could be a gapper.
Look there, CJ.
Can't quite get to it. Ball rolls around. Leonard coming home. He's going to score. And the Trojans put a run on the board. 7-1. Boss Richardson has just been annihilating the ball. And he really drove that. The center fielder made a valiant effort on it, and he come a long ways. But I wonder if he's a little shook up out there. The trainers are going out to see. Boss Richardson with the RBI. And this is the second time through the order, so they have already played a game against Kruger, and they're seeing him the second time here. It looks like to me that's Carson Elmore coming in, and he'll be a pitcher, and he's a good one. He held, he pitched against the state champion Pella and did a great job. Very limited runs, several innings.
Hey, way to hold for 2-3. Nice try, 2-3.
So I guess I feel good about him pitching tonight. He's a
Now
senior.
batting for the Trojans, number 28, Carson Elmore.
Well, nobody out. Boss Richardson at second base. One run already in. 7-1 here in the top of the third inning. Game's moving by pretty quick.
Get it out. No, that was just one run.
Kruger on deck.
Who's this guy?
Much love, brother. That was Jeff. Hey, Jeff Mills. Real smart videos. I'm sure he's excited about the football season coming up. Ground ball. I think he's going to get there. They throw it over. He digs it out. It gets there. They do get the out, but that's a productive out as the runner moves to third base. And the second run, 90 foot away.
Now batting right fielder, number 5, Archer Kruger.
Well, the Trojans' best batting average hitter is at the plate, Archer Kruger.
Did you see Bane after he got ejected? Did you see what he did? He skipped right off the field.
We have the largest audience in the history of the baseball season, all season, right here and right now. Thanks everybody for sharing this stream. We set up some people to share the stream, and we helped us get a pretty good audience. Drive! That's going to land! And the Trojans are scratching, kicking, fighting, scratching, and clawing their way back.
Now batting and catcher, number 3, Aiden Westerkamp.
Archer Kruger, such a good hitter. And his good hitting continues. Aiden Westerkamp coming to the plate.
Let's go, Noah. Come on now. Bring it back now. Who's that man? What's his name?
Ball outside. I hope you people at home are enjoying some nice cold air conditioning, maybe lemonade. Michelle Manning calling in.
Oh, Cannon. Nice. Is that a strike? Blue?
Runner goes down to second base on that. Kruger steals the base. One ball, one strike, one out, one on. Ones are wild here in the top of the third inning. Coach Gonzo's watching from Fairfield. Give us a light, Coach. The Trojans, is their best inning so far. So they might be having a little difficulty hearing me. Well, we'll try to get a little louder then. Oh, Coach Heliges texts me, Holy Trinity Catholic softball wins 11-1 against West Point, and I think that was a championship game there. Drive! Shortstop comes over, bobbles a little bit, gets it out, but the runner makes the third base. And Ethan Bisgard comes up.
Now batting center fielder number 2, Ethan Biscard.
There's like a gap. It moves up. We might
Whoa.
go out there.
The third run is 90 feet away in the person of Archer Cruder, who stole second base and then scampered down to third on that ground out.
This is number 2.
Curve ball. Stayed a little inside on that one.
Release point. Let's go, kid.
If you're just joining us, it's 7 for Burlington, 2 for Fairfield, but there is a runner at third base. Pops him up and out of play. Bisgard has double after double after double this year. They've been a very clutch hitter. And very fast. Curveball a little high.
Come on.
2 balls and 2 strikes. But the biggest audience we've had all night long. It's the biggest audience we've ever had. Swing and miss on the high hardwood. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at third base. Trojans would like to scratch another run in some way, somehow. It's going to take a base hit to do it.
Fairfield scored 2 runs on the top of the third. Due up to each Greyhounds. Chandler, Lair, and Taylor.
Carson Elmore, I believe, will be the pitcher, as Dane Burkhart was tossed from this game last inning.
New pitcher for the Trojans is number 28, Carson Elmore.
Well, Carson Elmore came in against Pella, and they were state champs last year. I think he gave up a couple runs in 3 innings. So. Today's inning brought to you by Iowa Tire. And you're watching Fairfield Trojans baseball on Round Guy Radio.
I saw him stand up. He looked at me and goes, why do you think I'm calling you? What's up for us, CJ?
So there's some action going on in Major League Baseball tonight as the Rays are beating the Royals in the 8th inning 5-2. The Cardinals are doubling up the Braves 10-5. That's in the top of the 8th. The Rangers 5, Tigers 3. That's in the 5th. Mariners and Angels just getting started. Padres and Dodgers later. Some earlier games that are over. The Pirates beat the Phillies 6-1. The Reds beat the Brewers 7-2. The Rockies beat the Marlins 14-4. The Guardians beat the White Sox 6-5. That's all she wrote for today.
Is this the little? Is this the little bird? Is this the little bird?
Leading off bottom of the third inning for your Greyhound center fielder, number 23, C.J. Chandler.
Wait, you pitched against us last year.
Carson Elmore coming in to pitch here. Oh! He hits the first batter.
That's his 20th of the year. Oh my God.
Now batting designated hitter, number 9, Cole Lair.
Cole Lair, the DH, is coming out.
Oh, he's stealing. You can know it's coming when you're still.
Well, that's Chandler down there at first base. Cole Lair's the DH. He's batting for APH, one of my favorite guys, Adrian Perez Hall. And DeAndre Taylor's on deck.
I was like, you guys want to keep this?
Nobody out, one on.
22 now. Hey, if it gets
See ya.
Where's the bunt? Throw that a second. Bunt's away. Runner stays put at second, though.
That was a ball.
One ball and no strikes. On the designated here, Larry, I guess he hit a home run this year. Clinton, I believe. Grand slam home run. That's about the best kind you can get.
Oh, you're inside. Hey, that's your ball. All right.
Waiting on something. I don't know what it is. Oh. And he hits it. Elmore was not expecting the pitch, I don't think. He's taking a little time to
Now
kind of get it
batting number
together.
28, I'm sorry, second baseman, number 1, DeAndre Taylor.
Well, Taylor's coming on, and he is in the running for player of the game. Both offense and defense have been terrific. This is the third year in a row the championship game has been on Round Guy Radio.
There's a Fairfield parent who's like, who's the pitcher next to him? No, you don't do that. You don't do that. Yeah, he's been crazy.
Ball upstairs. You want to bunt these guys over.
Well, true, but I mean, I would have just talked about. I mean, Reno.
Gets the bunt, it's up in the air. Oh, Westerkamp almost makes a play.
To be honest, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I agree with the umpire because they're down 7. I don't think he's trying to stun them.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, or no outs. Number 1 at the plate, I believe. Nobody out, runners at first and second. 7-2, Burlington's ahead. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Third inning brought to you by Iowa Tire, Fairfield, Iowa. And the bunt sign's still on. Throw down. Carson Elmore pushed into action as a pitcher here. Ground ball, good bunt. Hopefully they just take the out at first. And they don't get it. One runner's in. Nobody out, 8-2.
Now batting first baseman number 2, Cody Schroeder.
Schroeder coming to the plate. The Trojans saved Burkhart for this game. They got somebody warming up in the bullpen though. We just don't have a lot of, you get late in the week, you just don't have a lot of arms available. First and third, nobody out. Another bunt attempt, throw down to third, they got him, I think. Safe, I guess. Yep, they get him.
Is that a striker?
So there's an out for you. Westerkamp's been trying all night long and he gets one. That's a big help for the Trojans.
They're just talking.
Don't know what they're coming down here to talk about. Looks like Coach Allison and the umpire having a little discussion.
Immature by the parents. Immature. Unacceptable.
We're learning every year and let's get over it. And let's get back to playing ball. Elmore kind of settling down here. He gets his first out. And they get him to pick a runner off of third base. So it's 8-2.
Hey, let's go, 2.
Schroeder at the plate. They are just, it's Bonapalooza up there. I think that was a curveball. One ball and no strikes, one out, runners at second base, that's all there is. The runner at third was picked off. And it is getting dark in a hurry, and here comes the lights. Some dark clouds. Burlington has scored at least one run in every inning so far.
What are we doing? Oh my God, just let him play the game.
A lot of discussions. I hope there's a few less discussions and a little more baseball. It's still hot out here, folks. Strike on the inside corner. That was the best pitch Elmore's thrown all night long.
2-1. Where did that come from?
2 balls and a strike. One out, runner at second base, 8-2 Burlington.
I don't even remember.
And the winner of this game is going to be the champion.
What? Let's go, Coach.
3 balls and a strike.
That's what the umpire said.
We'll see if they don't take that bunt sign off and let him swing away while he's ahead in the count like this. Jeff, if you're watching, You helped me get the biggest audience of the year.
Tag.
Right fielder camping underneath this one. There's 2 outs just like that.
Oh my gosh.
That arm, that's why Cornell University wants Archer Cruder on their team. That's on display right there.
Now batting shortstop number 8, Michael Stavros.
And Stavalos coming to the plate. Mikey.
High school, baby. Nice. Oh, get down.
Base
Yeah.
hit to right field. Could have a play at the plate. Cruder picks it up. God, he's got a good arm out there. Look at
That's
that.
an RBI single by Mikey Stavros.
A good hustle for Taylor, and he scores. With the RBI from Mikey there. 9-2.
Now batting the right fielder number 10, Caden Zog.
Caden Zog. He's Coach Webb and my dog. Great player, great hitter. Ball in the dirt. Boy, it looks like possibly rain clouds coming in here.
It better not.
It's getting dark.
I'm not getting down there. I'm good, bro. I'm not putting the tarps on. You can't.
The field's dry and kind of hard. Probably like concrete out there, really.
It's okay. What?
Ball outside.
30, right?
9-2. 2 outs. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Trojans scored 2 in the top of this inning and gave back those 2 runs this inning. Nice pitch from Elmore, right down the pipe. 3 balls and a strike. That's why you never take a 3-0 pitch. You close your eyes and swing as hard as you can every time. Strike 2. Boy, Elmore's really, I think since he wasn't planning on pitching tonight, wasn't quite ready to go when he got out there. But his arm's loosening up.
On the first pitch is always a cookie.
Strike. Oh, I can't believe it. Be careful, Elmore. We can't have nobody else throw it out here. But that was a very, very good pitch.
Now batting left fielder number 22, Austin Donahoe.
Donahoe coming up.
I didn't know it was going to be chippy, though. Actually, well, it was last year.
Runners at first and second. All we need to do is get this batter out.
Well, they might not.
Ball upstairs.
Whoever wins has a share of the game. I mean, Fairfield's going to be and we're going to should.
Ball upstairs. And it's, I think they should call a dead ball there, maybe, but they don't. Westerkamp trying to get his pitcher to calm down a little bit. 2 balls and no strikes, 2 outs, runners at second and third. And here comes the coach, and I think that's it for Elmore.
2-0 count.
And the guy coming in from the bullpen. Or maybe not. And Elmore's coming out, and somebody's coming in from the bullpen. And I believe that's Owen Adam. He's done a good job pitching for us this year. And it is. Our Ronnie Howard lookalike, Owen Adams.
Now pitching for the Trojans, number 4, Owen Adams.
Well, there are some mean-looking dark clouds coming over the ballpark here.
I love
Well, the home field advantage and the home cooking is working for the Burlington Greyhounds tonight. Well, the Trojans will have a game with Williamsburg. Oh, Williamsburg Raiders. As the playoff starts, if they can get that win, they can go to Sullivan. Owen Adams had a terrific year, and he had a big game last night against Washington, driving in several runs. I think he had 4 RBIs in it. Well, I said I was going to grow this mustache, until the Trojans lost the game. So, unless things change, I may be shaving at the end of tonight.
Alright, let's go, Donnie. Alright,
Maybe we get a little mustache magic there. Runners at second and third, 2 outs, 2 balls and no strikes. Ball in the dirt, kicks away, run comes in, 10-2. 2 more runs and they'll have the 10-run rule. That takes till the 5th inning, but we're just in the 3rd. You can see that there at home, how dark those clouds are.
You don't want to see me in the bullpen. See how people react.
Ball upstairs, ball 4. He started out with 2 balls and no strikes.
Now batting catcher, number 11, Brody Guernsey.
Guernsey coming in, and he's had a big hit earlier tonight. He is knocking the ball around left and right. 2 outs for the Trojans. They just need 1 more out.
Hopefully but they play Mount Pleasant on the 7th, and then they play them on the 10th. For a playoff. So I don't know how you manage it. I don't know how you manage it.
Runner breaks. They let him go down there uncontested. 1 ball and no strikes. Guernsey with a couple hits earlier, but a big one that drove in some runs with 2 outs. Owen Adams finds the strike zone there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Trojans, stay on your defense. Keep your focus. Strike! Beautiful pitch. That was a curveball or a slider or something, but the ball moved hard. Cut at the end. Probably maybe a little split finger or a little cut fastball, maybe. Got him. No. And they strike him out, and that's it. They appealed to the second baseman. I thought he did go around on that one.
The Greyhounds scored 3 runs in the bottom of the 3rd after 3 innings played. Burlington 10, Fort Madison 2. Due up for the Trojans is Coleman, Workman, and Countryman.
what Fairfield did to us on my junior year.
Trojans,
Wasn't that year? You guys, but they were up. You guys were up by like 8.
they need to get 8 runs, and they got to get it off one of the best, probably the best pitcher I've seen this year, and Noah Kruger.
Jimmy, do you have to go to the restroom? Was it hot down?
Played this song yet? Haven't played this song yet? Oh!
Well, I want to thank all the viewers that have watched all these games this year with us. Our audience has just grown and grown and grown all year long. Had a terrific night last night. We had an even better night tonight. We set the record for the viewership. But I have always done really well. Burlington, Fort Madison areas, if I'm down here, our numbers are through the roof.
Top 4 in Burlington. Number 7.
Now batting for the Trojans, number 7, Jackson Coleman.
I bet I've seen over 100 games in Burlington Bees games. Reggie Jackson Coleman, the guy with light tower power at the plate. He's been on base this tonight.
They're 1 in 30. What are my future bowling plans this year?
Ball outside.
Get out of here. 2-0.
Kruger in his 4th inning of work. This inning is going to be brought to you by Smithburg Auto of Fairfield, Iowa. Swing and a miss. If you need to buy a car, get a hold of David Smithburg. If you need to rent a car, get a hold of Madonna Smithburg. If you need parts for your car, go to Smitty's Salvage Yard.
It's hard to pay attention.
Fouls it off. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And if you need to have your cars, you need a little service on your car or a little work on your car, go to Smithburg West. Well, we certainly helped them. Without them, we couldn't have brought you all these games, including coming down here tonight. Ball upstairs. Well, the baseball season is winding down. The small school start. Kind of thinking about going to Pekin tomorrow night. We got a couple great games there. Pops him out. And the third baseman squeezes it in the lights there as it comes down. It was a mile high. Great focus by the third baseman, and there's 1 out.
Now batting number 6, Jason Workman.
Jason Workman for 11. Merle Haggard special, the Working Man Blues, coming to the plate. One out. Ball upstairs. Trojans have a couple of non-conference games that'll be at home, and we'll be bringing you those games. Fouls it off. Ball outside. Ground ball, chopper, it's a high one. Pitcher comes in, throws it over. Oh, and they nip him. Workman hustling down to first base, about beat that out. 2 outs.
Now batting third baseman number 9, Chase Countryman.
Chase Countryman coming to the plate. The lights are flashing on that tower out there behind right field. Misses on that one. Kruger's a dandy pitcher. I think he's the best one I've seen this year. Swing and a miss. Took a big cut at that one.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Countryman is a Swiss Army knife. He's just played about everywhere on the field. Pitches, shortstop, third base, second base, left field, whatever you need out of him.
Usually what happens when you play these games at home.
Go Greyhounds! Come on, Noah.
10-2 if you're just joining us. Right in there, good pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes for 2 outs. Fourth inning. Ball upstairs. Fourth inning brought to you by Smithburg Auto, Fairfield, Iowa.
Put him here, Noah. Let's go. Green.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Countryman trying to get a 2-out rally started.
Cardinals 11, Braves 5.
Ball 4, and he does get on base.
Now batting left field number 24, Jacob Cruz.
The wrecking crew coming to the plate. He came so close, just a few inches from a home run last night in Lawson. Quite see the dimensions on the wall, but it looks like it's a pretty big outfield. Fouls it off. We'll see if Countryman don't try to get himself down to second base and get in a scoring position. Strike on the inside corner, and Kruger's up 0-2.
No, he's definitely going to go.
Ball outside.
Oh, the ball.
Oh, balk on that pitch.
What do you do? I didn't see it.
Well, that'll put a runner in scoring position for Crew. These umpires are conversational.
Just send it here.
You can have conversations with everybody.
Hey, right here, kid. You got this.
Finally got the win. No pitch either.
Pops him up, fouling out of play. And one good thing is my car's not parked behind here. So
Like my car misses something.
every time I hit a foul ball in Fairfield, I'm wondering, is that my car they're going to hit? Or?
I actually remember the movies.
Ground ball. First baseman fields it, flips it over, and they get him. That was close.
Nice play. Way to be there, Noah. The field is coming.
No score in the top of the first inning. Due up for the Greyhounds in the bottom of the fourth is Crater, Chandler, and Leggett.
Well, that's all she wrote for the top of the fourth inning.
Touching first base, we're in the score.
Owen Adams back on the bump. He took over in the middle of last inning. Got the final out.
I don't either.
Not a hole.
There's no other first base. They don't have another first base.
Something's wrong down there with the first base.
What?
Something to dig it out.
Something happened there, a little problem, I'll show you. Down there on the first base line, there's a little dirt or something caught in there and it's not fitting in right. They're bringing out a screwdriver or something to get that hole cleaned out. Well, it's been a busy season, but it always seems like such a short one. Baseball is the shortest of all of them. We play the most games in the least amount of time. These teams play probably close to averaging 6 games a week or 5.5 games a week. You gotta kind of pay attention because sometimes with the weather and everything, the times of the games change. All right, they got it. Good hustle. Hey, wow, we bumped the audience up pretty good all of a sudden. If you're just joining us, it's 10-2. We're going into the bottom of the 4th. Burlington's ahead. Burlington's starting to close in on the conference championship here. We'll be looking for a Packwood Locker player of the game. This guy here, Noah Krieger, he's in contention.
Noah Krieger.
Nice base hit. Goes the other way.
The leadoff single by Krieger brings up center fielder number 23, C.J. Chandler.
Chandler coming up. Krieger helping himself by getting on base there. They might have a courteous runner there. We're up in the very excellent press box that they've got here in Burlington. Bump, pops it up. Hey, oh, almost got it. Owen Adams hustling after that. I thought he got a glove on him. He couldn't quite squeeze it.
Hey, Lily, next time you're going to have to.
And runners at first and
Now
second,
batting
nobody
designated hitter
out.
number 9, Cole Laird.
Cole Laird, they hit a grand slam earlier this week.
Hey, we don't have another first base either. You know why? Because Mo put it back in the field. It was sitting out just in case, you know. And Mo goes, put it away for it. I don't think it's sitting out. No, it's still the same. We can't.
Coleman in on the grass, and it bunts his way. Fields it,
It's gonna go
throws
up.
it over. Nice little play by Owen Adams.
It goes up.
And that's what you do, folks. They want to give you an out, you just pick it up, say thank you, and take it. You don't need to turn it into
Now
something
batting second
fancy.
baseman number 1, DeAndre Taylor.
Taylor, and I'm telling you, he could be the Packwood Locker player of the game. He has really played excellent, but his mom is going to have to wash his uniform. outside. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Runners at second and third. Pretty successful bunt there.
That's all right. That's all right. Keep your eye on it.
Strike. Swing and strike there. Going out, got a little zip on that one. Got it up high in the strike zone. Curveball got him. Strike 2. But that was a good pitch. Broke right back over the plate. And he was set up good by that high and tight pitch he threw the pitch before. Just missed on the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Taylor, I mean, he's been as good with the glove as he has with the bat tonight. Really stopped a couple rallies by the Trojan earlier in this team. Pops him up. Bisgard on the move. He's moving. He can't get there. Ball's off the wall. 1 run is in.
RBI double by DeAndre Taylor.
Boy, Taylor got a hold of that one. I think it might have bounced once off the warning track or hit the fence and hit the warning track. But a great job of running it down by Bisgard. And it's 11-2. And we got a player hurt over here at third base. I want to thank my viewers. You guys have been with us all year long. Hopefully you're somewhere at home in the air conditioning, a few steps away from your bed after this game's over. That's Chandler. He's the first baseman. Might have turned his ankle or something over there. Well, he's hobbling off there, but he's going to be all right, I think. Someone's coming in. Pinch runner. Maybe he'll play first base too. It's number 4. Pulaski?
Running for Chandler's number 4, right at Kozlowski.
Kozlowski coming in. And we'll get back to this game here. 11-2, 1 out. Runners at second and third. We'll have to shift things around to get a first baseman in here. Strike.
Now batting for ground is number 2, Colin Schroeder.
He's been effective with that pitch. Schroeder at the plate.
We want to protect this.
Exactly.
Missed a little bit outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 on. Bottom of the 4th inning. Infield in on the grass, trying to cut this run down. Fouls it off. 2 strikes. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, let's see if Owen Adam can break that curveball off and get him a strikeout here.
That's 3 now.
Strike! He got him. And it was a fastball on the outside corner. Throws him up. 2 outs.
Now batting shortstop, number 8, Michael Benstavalos.
Mikey coming to the plate. traveled a lot in Europe when I was in the Army, and
There's nothing I can do.
I could kind of pick up words here and there, but not in Greece. I couldn't get anything. I didn't understand nothing. I could read the signs.
Yeah, third base and second base.
Two balls and no strikes, 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Owen Adams in relief here. Rita Pope and 7 others follow us. Thank you, Rita. Ball outside. Here comes that 10th run. And a 10-run lead here. So the Trojans will have to score 8 runs, or this ball game's going to be over here after the top of the 5th inning. Been a little hot tonight. Ball 4.
Now batting right field is Hamilton, Caden Zog.
We got a 20-5 win over Washington last night, but we're in danger of a mercy rule loss here. Caden Zog coming in. Beacon plays Lone Tree tomorrow night. Hillcrest and Kyoto also in that same matchup. See if Scotty Melvin can give us a junior high score. We're 108 minutes into this broadcast. And he hits it.
The bases are loaded with Greyhounds. The left field, number 22, Austin Donahoe.
Donahoe coming up with the bases loaded and a 2-run lead. It's 12-2. Burlington's ahead. And it just wasn't Fairfield's night tonight. Fouls it off.
Down 12-2, by the way. There's no box.
Ball outside. 9:30. Ball outside.
What was the reaction with everybody?
Ball inside. 2 balls, 3 balls and a strike. 2 outs, bases loaded. Owen Adam on the mound in relief. Ground ball, third baseman. He can step on third, and he does, and that's it. Countryman fields it and takes the out himself, and that's the end.
Greyhounds scored 2 runs on the bottom of the 4th. After 4 innings to play, it is Burlington 12, Fairfield 2. Due up for the Trojans. Richardson, Elmore, and Kruger.
Well, unless the Trojans can get out here and get 10 runs,
Instead of Elmore.
I'm going to have to shave off my mustache. Well, we'll see what the Trojans can do here. If they don't score any, it's going to be over, and I'm going to be heading home. I'm going to have to get some coffee or something. I'm not used to being up this late. Starting to clean up my mess here. Nice little fan on me here tonight, and it's making it a lot more comfortable. Noah Krieger's going to come out here and see if he can't hold the Trojans to no runs. But he's got the top of the order in Voss Richardson, and he crushed the ball last time. Drove it deep to center field, got him a double.
Leading off top of the 5th inning, shortstop number 10, Voss Richardson.
Voss Richardson, he was player of the game up there in Washington for his complete game win. He got a 10-5 or 20-5 win in a 4-inning game. We were in the top of the 5th inning. It's going to be brought to you by the Packwood Locker of Packwood, Iowa. They got some new hours. They're open for walk-ins Fridays and Saturday mornings, all day Friday and Saturday morning. I'll tell you what, go and get one of them bacon burgers that he's got, half bacon, half hamburger. I grilled a few of them, they were great. Fly ball out of play. We get a little help from a couple of house reps. They got a nice house rep. He's a coach for West Burlington football team, Rinker. Fouls it off and out of play. People are excited about the football season coming up. Biggest audience of the night, right here and now. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Voss to Voss Richardson. Voss hit 3 home runs last week. Ball upstairs.
I got the hang of it. What is that thing that you had for the weeds?
Pops him up, shortstop going back. Left fielder coming in, he squeezed it, 1 out. And this game is 2 outs away from being over. Owen Adams coming to the plate.
Now batting number 4, Owen Adams.
I'd like to thank Scott Mason for coming in. He was a big help. Pre-game interview, bled into the game a little bit. That was all right. Strike right on in there. Boy, he throws a blistering fastball. They're going to hang this championship hat on Noah Krieger's locker here. Drive! Deep! Left fielder going back some more! Oh, he gets it! Oh, and Adams puts it right on the screws.
Now batting right field number 5, Archer Kruger.
The left fielder gets to it, and we're 1 out away from ending this game.
Make sure we get this right. This guarantees him a tie.
Not for sure. Fairfield's going to beat Keokuk, so we have to be going closing. Hey, you know what song to play? Hey, Griffin will be on you, by the way.
Strike on the outside corner. Archer Kruger is all that stands between Burlington and a 12-2 victory.
They played it last year when they beat us.
Ball inside. Oh, it hit him. And Kruger's on. And if Kruger can come around and score, we can spend another hour in the heat.
Now batting the catcher number 3, Aiden Westerkamp.
Aiden Westerkamp coming up to the plate. Runner at first base. If one of you guys watch it, could hit the like button. I'd sure appreciate it. A lot of you shared the game. We got a big audience because of it. Drive, right field. Squeezing over, he squeezes it.
The basketball game, final score, Burlington 12, Fairfield 2. With that win, that guarantees the Greyhounds at least a share of the Southeast Conference Championship.
Fireworks are going off.
Let's have everybody come out next Tuesday when the Greyhounds host Mount Pleasant with a chance to win the outright conference championship. Great effort by both teams. Everybody have a safe trip home and go Hounds.
Well, we got the Packwood Locker players of the game, and there's 2 of them. Noah Krieger for his pitching, and DeAndre Taylor for his excellent play in the defense and getting on base and scoring runs and driving in runs. Thank you so much for our biggest audience of the night. We're going to shut her down. We'll get this posted tomorrow. Thanks everybody that watched. I love you more than a farmer loves rain.